Welcome into the race by race preview for Sha Tin on Saturday afternoon. We've got a 10 race program all happening on the C course, and joined in the studio to preview it all by Paul Ully and Tom Wooden. Tom, what can we look forward to?
Got Class 2 action, Mark, earlier on, later on the card, in fact, race number 7. Good race to round out the day as well. Race number 10, I think there's a few chances in there. Dragon's Luck looking for another victory as well.
Carries some extra weight at the top of the book, and you can spice things up a bit, Paul, with the jackpot.
Yeah, good one too. 11.1 million going into the triple trio, so decent jackpot there. Whole host of first starters throughout the card as well, so plenty of interest there amongst those horses.
There is indeed, and you can find out race by race if the boys give them a chance throughout the program. But there are no first starters in race number 1 because it is a Class 5 and it's over the 1400 metres. Speed Stars on the class drop. Asian 1 has a win and a place from his last 2. Le Plevite wears a hood for the first time. Young Horizon has his first look over 1400 metres. Take What You Need from the 12 to the 1400. One step ahead, Matthew Chadwick back on board, has a good record. Heavenly Thought's best form is at Happy Valley, but the extra 200 metres should be a plus. And Travel Glory had some traffic issues last time, but he was hard ridden, Tom, when going for an inside run.
Pace here, Mark, with the Smiling Moon, but overall his record reads poor, but he comes to the Class 5 for the first time. You've got Young Horizon, who could be handy for Vincent Ho. Speedstar should end up with the trail at a barrier 2, and then there's a 3-wide line, Paul. Take What You Need, Heavenly Thought, who's coming back to Sha Tin, and Chunwan Glory.
Yeah, I thought Heavenly Thought might be slightly close in a run up and trip from 12 to 1400 metres. Take What You Need, he's drawn wide, and Young Horizon, he's actually raced a little bit better when he's gone forward.
We move, Paul, from the speed map to our first replay, and Speedstar is the horse. He's had one start Class 5 for a placing, one go 1400 for a placing.
Yeah, and he's drawn barrier number 2, so look, I think he's going to run well once again. He's just going to carry the weight, but from a perfect draw, he came down into here, back into Class 5, and he's been here a couple of times before, and he's raced well on both occasions.
Yeah, give him a big chance in this race. He's had a trial since this outing as well behind Run Buddy, who's engaged later on in the program, and Smiling Collector, and the trial was, I thought, just okay, but here I think he's found a suitable race.
Second replay, Tom, features an Inform Asian 1, winner from barrier 11, second from barrier 14, he jumps from the 5.
Yeah, and he had to get all the way back last time out from that draw, and he did actually hit the front in the straight, but he probably peaked on his run late in the final stages there when Ernest Feeling was able to beat him. He's another one, Paul, that's been back to the trials and had a quiet trial. Matthew Chadwick gets on board one step ahead, and he's got a good record with him, and Beauty Nova had issues last start.
Yeah, so look, Beauty Nova, actually they both go in with one step ahead as well, but Asian 1's the main one I'm taking out of this race. I thought it was a really strong run from him, and he did win at his previous start.
He did indeed. One more to look at, Paul, and that's some trial form around Shaw Win-Win. He beats the Rogue that is Jack Win in this.
Yeah, so look, he came out into the middle of the track. He comes back from a Happy Valley campaign. Most of his runs have been at Happy Valley. He's won at Happy Valley, he's won one on the all-weather, but he hasn't done too much here on the turf.
Yeah, I thought it was a relatively basic trial here, and you probably got to question the opposition as well with Sure Win-Win, but as Paul mentioned, one win at Happy Valley, hasn't done a great deal at Sha Tin, pulled up with blood in the track here last time out, so he's had a wee bit of time off the scene.
That is some replays. It sounds like, Paul, it's all around the top 2.
It is for me. 2 to beat 1, Asian 1 to beat Speedstar. That's how I see this race. Beauty Nova, who did have an issue last start, and one step ahead, normally gets on and normally gets back and runs on. 2, 1, 7 and 10.
2 on top for me as well. That is Asian 1. Looks to get every chance here, I feel, from barrier number 5. Speedstar goes in. He's found a suitable race. Young Horizon makes it in because I didn't think his run was bad last time out. He was a bit wide and a bit keen, but stayed on well. He was also a little keen in his recent trial. And Heavenly Thought goes in. They've finally put him up in trip to 1200, from 1200 to 1400. So hopefully that helps because he has been consistent. 2, 1, 5 and 12.
And the opening race, Sha Tin, on Saturday gets underway at 1 o'clock.